Chat, we got a big announcement, by the way. We got a big announcement. Can we talk about it real quick? Let's watch this video. Guys, this is SawCon. This is my SawCon. Now, I couldn't convince them to make the Nintendo sanctioned event and call it SawCon. I couldn't convince them. In fact, not only could I not convince them, they would cancel the event. But here's what's happening, chat. I've had a dream for a few years. You've been watching me for a while. You know that I've wanted to put on the biggest Smash event of all time in terms of player entry. Get the most people playing the game ever, even though the game is, you know, 4+ years old, 5 years old for the Switch, 20+ years old for the GameCube. And that's what we're trying to do here. How? Well, we're not far off on Ultimate. Ultimate actually doesn't need that much help because Supernova is already expected to get 3,000+ entries. But for Melee, when registration opens up, it will be completely free to enter the Melee portion of bracket. It is a subsidized entry, and every entry still adds $10 to the prize pool. So I'm gonna be at this event. All right, let's just clean this up. Supernova is a Super Smash Brothers event, the biggest in the world. It happens in Chantilly, Virginia, and every year about 5,000+ people show up to hang out. It's fun to go if you've never been to an event like this before. It's very easy to drive to if you're anywhere in the east coast of the world, and pretty easy to fly to. It's only 10 miles south of the airport. But what's cool about it is I'm trying to get you to play, and you can enter to play for free. So if you show up to this event, you can literally enter to play Melee for free, and every person who enters will add $10 to the bracket. So if 2,000 people enter for free dollars, then the prize will be $20,000. It's totally subsidized. Does that make sense? Now, of course, you still have to purchase your ticket to get into the event, but you don't have any additional fees. And the event doesn't just have Smash tournaments, okay? They have a combo contest. They've had a live orchestra. They've had an award show in the past. And I will be there to do a meet and greet as well. So it's not free. It is free to enter the tournament, which is, I think, is how I phrased it. If you misconstrued what I said as it is free, show up, and you can enter for free and do whatever you want for free and get free food, that's not what, that's different. So what's free? The tournament entry. So normally when you enter a tournament, you have to pay money. That's how they get the money for the prize pool. So like when somebody wins $5,000, they win it because everybody else put in $10 and then they were the best one, so they won half, you know, the amount of money entered. This time it's free. Not only is it free, but you are adding money by entering. So here's what I'm asking. If you've been to Supernova before or a Smash event before and you're planning on coming again, but you've never competed in Melee, maybe you're an Ultimate player, maybe you just like going for fun, compete. Go 0-2, maybe go 2-2, maybe win, because it is totally free to do. And if you've never been to a Smash tournament before, but maybe you've listened to The Yard and it seems like it could be kind of fun, this is the best one to go to. It's like the best entry level one. You'll have the most stuff to do, and I'll also be there and we can do a meet and greet and get a picture. And at the very least, you get a picture with me. How much will it cost to meet you? My meet and greet line is very expensive. It's about $1,000 a person. It's about $1,000 per person in the line. I need $500 up front, $500 after the picture is done. No, it's free. I'll be there. I'll do a free meet and greet. I'll probably have some sort of activation there. Like at other events, I've done it where I had a like domination mashing game open. And if you beat me in mashing, I would give you like a big jackpot prize pool. Nobody beat me. Maybe I'll play people one-on-one in Rivals 2 or something. I don't know. Who are you flying out? So actually, that's a good question. I am down to personally fly out players, good ass players who want to attend, who can't attend. So if your favorite player in Smash is like, damn, I can't go to Supernova, it's too expensive, let them know I'll fucking pay for it. Tell them to hit my line. The tournament registration opens May 14th. It's supernova.gg. It's on the screen, bro. All right, you guys can register the 14th. I'll talk about it, of course, more as we get closer to the event. I'll be live on the 14th to specifically talk about registration and all that good stuff. But that's the plan. Will you fly out Big Left? Absolutely not. I'm flying out rich people. Hey, you can figure it out, bro. He's got money. I'm not flying out like Hungry Box if he's trying to hit me up to go. I'm flying out someone who needs the fucking money. And I also want this to be the biggest event for Rivals of Aether 2, which I think is actually going to happen because Rivals of Aether 2 hasn't had many super big events with open brackets that are like widely attended by other games. Like they've had their own tournaments, but not ones with cross-pollination. So if you play Rivals of Aether 2, there's going to be a bracket for that game as well. There's a bracket for a bunch of games. Is there an age restriction? I don't have an answer to your question off top. A bunch of kids go. I think generally it is like with a parental guardian, but it is very like it's a good experience of your kid. Like it'd be a good event to go to for kids. Because ultimately, like, bro, it's a Smash event. Super Smash Brothers is a kids game. This is a Nintendo sanctioned event. They do a good job of making sure that it's like a inviting place for kids. This isn't like if I ran the event. When I run the events, I have like an open bar. Is there an age limit? No, there's going to be Smash 64 players there. So no age limit. If there's kids there, I can't go. Okay, first off, you're in my chat, so you've already broken your own rule. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about it, chat, because I've been talking about SawCon for a while, but Nintendo added new rules that make it very difficult to start a new tournament, get sanctioned, have a big prize pool, and have a lot of player entries. So being able to team up with Supernova is basically the only way that I can make my SawCon dream happen. So we're trying to make this the SawCon dream. What's SawCon? Have you never heard of SawCon? Anyway, yeah, now I was just talking about how it's supposed to be a kids event. Maybe it's good I can't call it SawCon. It costs $0 to enter bracket, but we will still add $10 to the prize pool for every entry. That's probably good, right? Rip it! Are you entering? I will enter, yes. Just for Melee? Melee is the only one that is subsidized, yes. For the reason that if we did it for other games, it would bankrupt the event. It would frankly bankrupt the event. Because let me show you real quick. So if you look up the biggest Smash tournaments of all time, the biggest one ever is EVO 2019 Smash Ultimate, and it had 3,500 entrants. So if we broke that record for Ultimate, that would cost $36,000. So that's the issue there. Now for Melee, it's a different story. The biggest Melee tournament ever is EVO 2016, and it had 2,372 players.
$3 towards it.
So to break the Melee record, we would need 2,400 people to sign up, which is why you might notice the event registration cap is 2,560. And the registration cap for Ultimate is 4,096, and the registration cap for Rivals is 1,024. Because if we hit each of these registration caps, it makes the bracket easy to run, and it also makes each of these the biggest tournament for the respective games. What about no-shows? They get DQ'd in bracket. It happens. It happens every event. Anyway, chat, if you guys, let's say you can't go. You can't go to this event, but you think it sounds cool to become the biggest of all time. You can help me by signal boosting this tweet, okay? If you fucking let more people know about it who can go, then they can do the job that you can do, okay? I don't ask for likes a lot, folks. How much are tickets? I don't want to fucking say because I don't know off top. But here's how the ticket pricing works. It is cheapest the day the tickets come out. The day the tickets come out, it is the absolute cheapest. It's the early bird pricing, and it only gets more expensive from there. So you should be able to get it relatively cheap if you get a day one. How do you make sure that people aren't going to fake register? So technically, you're bringing up a good point. There are tournaments held online that have a lot of entrants, and then the barrier for entry is really easy because it's online, so there's a lot of DQs, like free events that have thousands and thousands of entries. Those generally don't count. The way we do it for this event is you still have to pay money to go to the venue and sign up for the event. It's just that signing up for the actual tournament is free. So I don't expect a lot of people to be down to spend, whatever it costs to get the ticket, but save $10 and then not show up. They'll show up. Some people won't, but whatever. Where is this taking place? It's in Chantilly, Virginia. Population 24,000 at the 2020 census. Is it because the venue's cheap? I think the reason you make tournaments in Virginia maybe partly is because it is less expensive. But I think usually the most legitimate reason is more people have access to that place. Like, I know it seems like a random area, but it is actually a lot easier for people to get there from all around America. It's a good area. If you want to run the biggest Smash tournament in the world, you can't do it in Los Angeles because most people in America, if they don't live in California, have to fly there. It's a pain. It's really expensive. Okay, you can't do it in Texas. You can't do it in Florida, which are like the 3 biggest states. Why not Dallas? Brother, people in Texas don't like driving to other cities in Texas. Now imagine it's somebody from out of state who has to drive to Texas. If you have to fly to an event, 90% of people are priced out. Most people are not going to spend the money to buy a plane ticket to get to an area to go to an event. It's just unrealistic. Now, if the event is a 4-hour drive, that's pretty reasonable. People are down to drive 4 hours. Yeah, it's a little bit out of the way, but you're there for the whole weekend and it's kind of worth it. And driving for 4 hours is pretty cheap and you can go with a few friends. So the amount of places that you can live and drive 4 hours to Virginia is pretty big. It covers like Ohio. Well, maybe Ohio's far. I retract that statement. It covers DC. It covers Baltimore, all of DMV, New York. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy from New York. It would cover, Georgia, Atlanta. If you came from there, that'd be feasible. It covers a lot of areas, is what I'm trying to say. Boston's probably like, 6 hours? You could also take the Amtrak. It's just have you ever looked at a map of America? This is why it's East Coast. There are more white lines here than anywhere else. That's why. You just hate the West Coast? I love the West Coast. I run almost all my events in the West Coast. But do you see the issue with the West Coast? What are these lines? These are roads. These are highways. Anyway, chat, we'll talk about it more as it comes up, but I'm pretty excited for it. I'm happy to be doing something for Smash again because it's been a while since I've had the opportunity to do something with Smash.